everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. We had a great silent run last time. I'm going to try to keep that going with an ironclad run. There has been a patch 9 years ago, depending on your perspective. But yeah, lose all gold, obtain a rare card. Do like removing a card early. Upgrading a card, though. What do we upgrade? We upgrade Bash? It's not that good. Let's try this. And out of all of these, I don't really like any of them. But I think I'll take Brutality. I don't know. It's not like it's a tough one, like, oh, it's going to dictate the pace of the whole run. But admittedly, it is like, I don't necessarily think that it's great. Being able to draw a card every turn is awesome, but if you're on a very low HP situation, you just don't want to play it, right? Like, that's what it comes down to. And especially now, like, what are we hoping to draw? 3 strikes? It'll get better as time goes on, and if we get a combo-focused deck, if we get some clashes, I'm sure we'll be happier as a result. But for the time being, I'm not necessarily 100% convinced that it really gives us what we're looking for. Anyway, the Ironclad, I've got to almost like self-police. One more, please. Thank you. 6 damage. It's not going to kill you. What a bummer, man. We're going to continue to just get whittled for a bit, but that's fine. We'll get our HP back. I mean, Austin and Justin and I, which is a strange way to phrase that sentence. Austin, Justin, and I played Slay the Spire on the NLSS recently. We were doing races. The way you do a race in this game is essentially to build a Clash deck. Now, if the Clash deck works, I'm very happy. But we don't have to force that archetype. Let's keep that in mind. So we play 2 of those just so we can get that out. The thing is, like, Clash in a thin deck is just so good. Being able to almost guarantee that it shows up every time is just wonderful. I'd like to block. And I think I'd like to bash. And I'll pass, and I think I can maybe get... As long as I can enable a Clash, you're dead next turn. And we're going to continue to heal back towards max, which is obviously where we'd like to be, so we can upgrade as many cards as possible, and etc., etc. Lovely. I think that almost, like, the Clash archetype is too good, if I may say so myself. Because it just feels like you don't want to take anything else. I want to, like... There's many... We played an Exhaust deck, we played a Strength deck, we played a Clash deck. It just seems like Clash is so easy to enable. Take all Clashes and remove, like, Strikes and Defends, probably. So we'll play this. We gotta play Brutality. It probably won't even be... Well, actually, it definitely won't even be used, but you gotta play it just to get the Clash out there anyway. I think I'm content to take a Thunderclap, which I think is a good card. Oh, thank you, Xavier. Much appreciated. I'll play it. I think that's fine. We're at full HP anyway, so you gotta hit that guy once so that he's definitely killed next turn. The first floor is like, I might not be the best player of Slay the Spire on Earth, I think that's fair to say, but the first floor is a pretty easy exercise for us for the most part these days. Always room for improvement, but the odds of us dying on the first floor, unless we commit to a deck that's just like, it is unviable for whatever reason, we're pretty happy with where we're at. I think we'd like to make you vulnerable, and then it's 999, but we can only do it twice, so I think we'll play a defend, and then we'll hit you once. You're probably dead next turn. All we need is a Clash plus. Clash plus anything else will do it. Probably. Like, literally exactly lethal, but I'll take it. I think Rampage also works maybe in, like, just about every deck, but, like, definitely in a deck that's attack-focused. A banana, a donut, and a box. What a classic joke. We can't get to a shop. So I think I'm just gonna take 5 max HP, which sucks, dude. But I guess I could have gone to the right and probably gone to a shop and gotten a relic instead. In hindsight, that seems pretty stupid. Oh well. We'll go hard on this guy. Phrasing perhaps, but I ain't perturbed. Ideally, I think I want like a 2-card deck. I want Rampage, Pommel Strike, or something like that. You know what? Wipe out all of their debuffs right off the bat. And I think we'll just strike this guy twice. Get him taken out of the system. To kill elites easily is well worth it, I think. Admittedly, some enemies on this floor can just screw a Clash deck up completely. And the reason for that is extremely simple. I think we'll still play Brutality. The reason for that is extremely simple. If enemies fill our deck that is very small with a lot of cards that we can't get rid of, then we're in a real tough spot. Like, we just will not find a way to enable Clash. So that's kind of the position we're in right now, which is why I'm like very excited to see that these dazes are getting out of here. Moreover, we can actually play our elixir and get some value out of it that way if we find ourselves in that situation. But we actually do not have a Clash, so I think I'll do that. And I think I'll do that. And you're going to hit me for 8. You're only vulnerable for a turn, so I'm going to hit you and take 8 instead of taking 3. But it's not necessarily ideal. I feel like I'm a little bit slower than I'd like to be right now. Alright, so I'm going to... Well, you think I can just get you? 8 damage makes you oh yeah, you're done. No reason to waste the elixir. I am a little stupid. So it's like I forgot that there's... First off, we can't play Clash, but then also there were defends in our hands, so we couldn't have enabled it to begin with, but it doesn't matter because we're just killing you anyway. That was poor. Ancient T-Set is kind of bad, I think. Flex, I like, though. It's okay, like... It is free energy, and to get a good first turn is always awesome, but... It's not that good. So I think I'll, do something like this. Makes my life a lot easier. All I need to do is enable 1 Clash on the next turn. We used the potion for something productive. We took no damage so we can heal better. And oh my god, you're not even gonna give me the good grace to be able to do that. You're gonna force me to play a 3-turn defend. That's just... I don't buy it. I don't buy it, and I don't support it. It stinks, and I don't like it. Various other expressions of my discontent. The one thing, and I've been talking to Austin more than you would expect about Slay the Spire. I mean, like, we keep up a rapport off camera, of course. But I've been talking to him about video games. Usually, I don't mind Ginger here. Usually, we just talk about memes. You know, it's kind of, as adults, that's like what you do. You know, your parents always talked about memes when you were youngie. When you were younger. Honey, did you see the memes today on the 6 o'clock news? But he was like, no, we were talking about Slay the Spire, and he's like, the problem with the Ironclad is if you go 100% offensive, you're probably going to run into a wall on the final boss, depending on who the boss is. But in particular, like the bosses that aren't the Awakened one. So I think adding a little bit of block, but with like an extra purpose to it, is not necessarily a bad idea. This guy, you know, I've said it every time we fight him. I think you just race him. And we're ahead in the race, even though he's got more HP right now. As silly as that might sound. So I'm going to let him hurt me pretty badly. And shouldn't get him this turn, but we'll probably get him next turn. Yeah, I still think we'll get him next turn, even with the weakness. Like, come on, get down with the weakness, open up your hate, and let it flow into me. Yeah, we got him. It's not that bad. We'll heal up to about half of our existing HP. Bag of Preparation is real nice in certain circumstances. And you know what? What about a Metallicize? I've never really considered it, but if you can slow play a Metallicize on the cheap, makes it a little easier to not die in the future, right? Because you'll have that block up there. So you're going to be at 10 HP. Sure. I don't like getting hit for 14 here, but it is what it is. We should have done this. I am actually mad at myself. That was just a poor play. Because what we should have done is this. And then, like, a thunderclap and, well, I mean, not even a thunderclap, but the strikes that we had would have done it for us. So, yeah, I took a lot of damage I didn't need to take there. Especially considering we ended up using the potion anyway. So that was just a pretty big misplay. That's a common theme. Like, we should work to minimize plays like that. I also think Shrug It Off works because it has draw, but we'll see. I'm kind of like, I'm in between. Oh, I love it. Yeah. I'm in between archetypes right now. Like, it's just, this is a deck right now that consists of okay stuff and good relics. I'm not convinced that the Clash works for us yet. But, you know, 2 powers right off the bat, 10 block. Throw a Clash in there while he's vulnerable. We're gonna deal another 9 damage, and this is exactly where you want him to be. Please try to weaken me. He frailed me. Either way, he's 1 HP above splitting, which is exactly what we want. Because now when he splits, his boys are gonna have like no HP. It's beautiful. So, nobody's hitting us. It does, like a bash strike just works. So I'm a pretty big fan of that. We're probably gonna have to rest before our boss fight, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it is, you know, that's the situation we're in. Hello, Ruka. Oh my god. Why so serious? That's a completely original quote from me. Adding a second Clash, I like it. Clash makes Clash better. And dude, getting 14 energy for 0 cost is so nice. Or sorry, 14 damage for 0 energy is so nice. Okay. Well, turn 1, I think you bash. I think you rampage to enable it. Shrug it off, because we're gonna hit him. He's gonna turn. Oh, he didn't turn. What does he do? Like, do we want energy on this turn? I don't think so. Maybe we'd rather hit him next turn. I don't know. How much block does he get? Not very much. This is a great turn for us. So we'll do like that. Flex, defend. Gonna hit him hard. We might not be able to punch through this block. We're gonna be able to punch through it, but not by a ton. Still, pretty good. This would be a great deck for an unceasing top. You know, like, every girl's crazy about a Clash deck, man. Should have just said thin decked, man. But hey, cat, could you get away from the screen? Hey, cat. Hey, cat, could you get away from the screen, please? Might as well play it. If we play it, it gets out of our deck, so it's not going to inhibit a Clash later anyway. But Clash action lawsuit, am I right? Okay, fine. You got two. You could either sit on my lap. This cat knocking over mugs. Hey, relax. You're cool, okay? You're in good hands. Sit down and watch some Slay the Spire. We'll play a little flex. I'm gonna play a Shrug It Off. Definitely, you gotta play Rampage. You gotta get it out there. Probably should have Thunderclapped first, but I'll slow play it a little. This cat kicked the mug off the desk. It's a testament to the quality of these IKEA mugs.
Then why are you keep petting him?
Because he's my son. Can
He did bad things. Kick him out.
Ruka, I'm sorry. You must go.
Ow.
Goodbye, my children. You too, Tomo. Alrighty. I'd really like to do a number to him here. We gotta start with this. This is a no-brainer. You Clash, he transforms. You Clash, he's gonna get hurt real bad. You hit him, almost wanna hit him again. That was a really, like, in a good way, that was a gaseous turn. We had a lot of gas, but like good gas. Yeah, give me that Rampage. You know what? It's gaseous and bashes. That's what this deck is like right now. We do have to be the slightest bit careful, because he could kill us. Certainly, I think you want to do something like that. Flex is free. You might as well roll it. I think we'll shrug it off so we take no damage right now. And then we'll take a little damage to make sure he's vulnerable for the next turn, and we'll pass. And thanks to Metallicize, which I completely forgot about, we're taking no damage. We don't need to hit him very hard, actually. You do need to play defend and defend. But then he's done. Pretty slow first floor, but the deck seems to be working. So I actually, I think that all of these are kind of bad. Bludgeon, because we're drawing so many cards, I'm going to take Bludgeon. Because it could one-hit KO an enemy, and it doesn't inhibit our clashes in the process. Yeah, I think we'll try Cursed Key for the extra energy. That could also enable Bludgeon by itself. But I think if you're not rolling a Strength deck, a Bludgeon is not necessarily that strong. But it is, really fast damage output. So you gotta play it. You gotta play it. I think you Bludgeon. Or do you Vulnerable Bludgeon? On a fight that's a little faster, you probably don't even worry about playing Rampage. You just do something like that. This dude's got 14 HP left. Next turn he makes us... he starts filling our deck with Daze, which is really bad. Oh, no, never mind. No, he doesn't. Maybe that's the turn after. Yeah. I mean, he's, literally dead, though, is the thing. So, we'll take him out. That was really good. Thank you, Bludgeon. I think we can definitely add another Rampage. And unless there's a relic that's purchasable, or a clash in here, which there isn't, offerings too expensive, we're gonna go remove a basic defend from this deck. It's not that I think, I mean, it always, you might prefer to get rid of a strike, maybe, but I'm gonna try this. It's a little slower. We still have 4 energy thanks to that, so. We know we need to kill these guys, but I think having Metallicize up will save us a decent amount of HP in the process, so. This guy's definitely dead next turn. The deck's getting a little thick, and it's getting thick with things that are not Clash, which is always a bummer. I don't know what the screen flash is doing, but I want to play Bludgeon, but I don't think we can. I think we do like that. I hate doing that, but you got to take him out. And I think you accept the damage here, knowing that you're blocking all but 6 to make him vulnerable. I don't want him stealing my gold. Moreover, I want to get whatever reward you get for killing him, assuming you do get a better reward. So you got to play that. It drew into something decent. Yeah, that's the kind of turn we're looking for right there, basically. I almost, we're not really gaining strength very often. It's only on flex right now. Twin Strike is 14 damage for 1, which is pretty good. Twin Strike plus. Body Slam plus, though, is always going to be free. And we start with 10, so it's potentially a free 10 damage if we draw it in our opening hand. If we don't draw it, nah. If we don't draw it, I mean, whenever we play it, it's worth 0 maybe, but who cares? I always think you're going to be better off removing a card than upgrading all strikes and defense, probably. Maybe? I don't know. This guy's, he's always a little tricky. You definitely want to flex. If you're going to clash, you got to shrug. Shrug gave us a strike that's perfect. So we'll make him vulnerable. We will rampage. Clash. Clash. Strike. Took off, exactly half of his HP. And he's going to do no damage. This is a great start. Certainly continue to be a believer in this deck right now. I'm going to take the midpoint here. I'm going to block a little, but not all, or not most. And I'm going to use that to enable Body Slam a little. So, I mean, I think his turn plays itself. While he's vulnerable, you definitely want to Bludgeon, and then he's not quite going to die. You don't need to play Brutality. You're going to draw a strike on the next turn, presumably. Do wish we'd managed to get through them a little faster, but what's done is done. Gambling chip is really nice. I think Pommel Strike is pretty good as well. I think we need the draw. If we're going to go for clashes, we need draw to keep the deck moving. So we can, you know... Sure, yeah, let's do it. So we can get, like, you know, clash, 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 clash. Everybody! It's not really a clash archetype yet, but it could get there. So we got our first curse. For each curse, gain 1 strength. Hey, that's still really bad. But we can always, if we draw it on the first turn, we just discard it. We got no clashes. We want to keep both rampages. And I'll keep the pommel there just because it's pretty good. Try a shrug. Oh, gotta play defend. You probably want to play thunderclap, which means... How much damage does bludgeon do? 49? You should ice one of them, I think. Admittedly, we can't do anything after that, except hit him with another clash. But that's still like a pretty good first turn. I think I'm also like forgetting about the fact that I can't be weakened, and that's really helping us stay up in these fights. So this thing, unfortunately, means we can't play clash. But we can play in armaments. And we can like we can hit you decently. I guess, you know what? I hit discard, which is kind of hilarious, but there you go. At least we got something out of the elixir. We definitely want to get rid of the curse as soon as possible, even if we do gain strength for it. Yeah, that's the right way to play that. I just wanted to make sure we weren't wasting something that we could have done for an attacking purpose, but I'm not upset to have Metallicized for the future. Well, I'll bash you. I'm taking no damage. I'm hitting you. I'm hitting you. If this is how we fare against elites, it's a pretty good setup right now. Something about killing an enemy with bludgeon, it just feels so right. Bronze scale's pretty good. We got our elixir back. I'm sort of tempted to take another thunderclap, but I think I'm just gonna skip. 136. We have to go to the shop because we have to remove curse. I did want to see if maybe there was another clash, but no. You gotta... Again, it takes 1 strength away, but it's the fact that I'm not worried about the actual damage from the curse at all. I'm worried about it making it impossible for us to play clashes. Alright, so what do we not want on turn 1? We don't need brutality. If we get rid of Armaments Plus, sure, the cards don't get upgraded, but it means that we don't need to play something that could take energy away from Clash. Now, we still have to play Shrug It Off, so turns out I'm not the genius I thought I was, but Bludgeon only does 34, so we can definitely 34 plus 16. It's literally 50 damage. I can kill you there. It's probably the right thing to do. We take no damage. He takes 3. Apparently, once you kill the healer, this guy gets literally 3 times stronger in terms of his damage. That's what I was told in chat. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt, but not because people in chat would willfully misrepresent it necessarily, but because sometimes nuance doesn't come across in a text-based format. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you hit me for 18, I think. So I can work my way through here a little. Oh, you're gonna hit me for 15, and in the process, you're gonna take a little damage yourself. I think we got you this turn, which is why I was not really worried about the HP last turn. I just want to be in the habit of playing everything before we play Clash, I guess. And Sever's Soul is pretty good. The ability to, you play that and then it enables all the clashes. I don't know if we want to make that innate. I mean, Bludgeon has been a nice finisher for us. Maybe there's something to be said about giving Bludgeon literally 10 extra damage. Oh no. Okay, dump the defend for sure. And I think you dump, like, all your basic strikes. Okay. Flex. 1, 2, 4, 5. So we can literally play everything right now. We're going to start with a Thunderclap just to make you vulnerable. Then we'll Pommel and see what we draw. It's a good Rampage, so we'll play that first. And I think we'll Bash. Extend that a little. Body Slam. Rampage. Clash. Dude, you have 9 HP. You will be killed. This is an excellent situation for us. I mean, that'll do it. Give me another Rampage. The longer a fight goes on, the better Rampage is. You think 75 HP is enough to justify upgrading another card? I think the answer is yes, if we find a card we like to upgrade. I actually think that maybe... Well, I'm going to upgrade Clash. I'll tell you why. We never... Anytime we enable Clash, we're going to play it. We got to watch out for Hyper Beam on this guy. Dump it, dump it. Because we want clashes. Dump it, dump it. You don't need Shrug It Off either, even though you get card draw. We don't need the block. Okay, well, armaments to upgrade everything. We'll metallicize. That's pretty good. He ignores debuffs. So I think you play Clash first. And let's pop a Strength Potion to make it a little easier on us. Then you can Pommel, see what you get. Strike and a Bash. I think I want to remove his debuffs, even though Bludgeon is so nice. I don't love using 3 weak to eliminate one debuff, but at least now we can affect him. It is important, I think, in our overall deck to make him vulnerable. We have to play Flex, and we have to play Brutality. Body Slam is going to do nothing, but a Clash is worth 22, and Rampage obviously just gets stronger the more you play it. Sever Soul is good, but I don't even think we've had a chance to see it so far. Losing our basic Rampage is not that bad. We want it back, but it's not that bad. I think we'll start with a Pommel. I think it's a little bit of a slower play, but I like it nonetheless. Because it's enabling our Rampages for the future. But you know this guy's going to Hyper Beam at some point. So be careful of that. You have to armaments. Okay, so this guy's got to go. 7. And then is there anything? No, I think we'll hit him with this first to make him vulnerable. And then this will kill you. Gives us a Sever Soul. Ready to hit you? Literally, they're the same cards right now, so I'll strike you twice. We're going to take 11 damage. It might put us into Hyper Beam territory, and I actually worry about this because, like, if you're not familiar, Hyper Beam is just an attack that he does that's, like, nasty. I don't think we're going to get to that Clash. So we just got to hit him. It does like 50-something damage. Case in point. So we have to armaments. And then we might as well Pommel. Oh, stop. Okay, good. This is actually good. Again, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 strikes are worth more than a Sever Soul now. Who will save a soul when there's something that don't... Do you remember Jewel? I think we might still die because we've played Brutality. He is stunned for a turn, but we continue to get hurt every turn. Is a Bash worth 2 Rampages? Like, are we going to get through the deck again? Maybe we should play 3 Rampages. Oh, we'll just crunch the numbers first. You can do 10 damage, and then 24, and then 24. Or you could do 18, 18, 36, 47, and with another 14, 61. That leaves us having to do 39 damage on the fire. I think you do it this way. Hey, don't attack next turn. Armaments, defend, rampage, clash, easy. There was never a doubt in my mind. I think we could deal with the feed and a Sozu for sure. Lot of extra energy now. We do have the time meter, so we want to fear that. We want to hit a chest with like a shop soon after, so I think we want to stay on the far left. I also want to fight as few elites as possible, because the Nemesis elite is just the worst thing that's ever been invented. You're hitting me for 10. We start with 10 blocks, so we'll just dump this, dump this. We're definitely not going to kill him on this turn, so we'll dump that. I do like keeping a little vulnerability. Severed Soul is good damage, so we'll keep that as well. It can also exhaust some cards we might not want to play. Or do we... Sever Soul just costs too much energy. There's two ways to enable Clash. I mean, it does do 20 damage. Okay, hit him like this, and then hit him like that. Then you Clash. And then you Rampage, and you Rampage. The dude has 10 HP left. He actually has 7 HP left. So this is a pretty good indication that this deck is totally fine right now. We almost didn't get that to work because we had a burn, but lucky us. Body Slam for 1, not nearly as good as Body Slam Plus. Purple Fire Spirits. Take Brutality, man. I actually don't think I like it. Wow. Give us max HP plus 10? Yeah, I mean, Brutality's been potentially good, but enemies starting with weakness is great, but only if we get enough gold to remove a curse from our deck, because we're going to pick one up right here. I think we will, so sure. No, you know what? Just to make enemies weak for one turn, we start with 10 block anyway. I think I overrate that in that specific situation. We might be able to get a feed off on a minion, assuming it works. Oh, if this kills a non-minion enemy. I've never looked at that before. That's one way to make that work. Probably should have thunderclapped first, I guess, but... I'm just gonna hit you. I don't think we need the, I mean, we'd like to get the 3 HP, of course. It gives you more room to play about with, but it's not a huge problem either way. That'll work. Turns out Bludgeon with 5 energy is actually, like, pretty solid. Oh, double tap is actually what we want. Like, a double tap Bludgeon is ridiculous. Call me crazy, but I think we actually might want to... I mean, Cleave's cheap. Let's buy Cleave. And then we can't remove a card. We need to save our gold. As much as I wish we didn't. Who will save your gold when you... Okay. So double tap being upgraded. 10 out of 10. Love it. Nothing wrong with it. This guy's got to die quickly. I almost said he's got to go fast. That wasn't what I meant. Got 7 energy. Have to play Metallicize. You pommel? Well, let's start like this. You pommel because you want to draw double tap, which we did not get. So I think it's like Rampage, Rampage, Bludgeon. He is going to do 10 damage to us per turn, but we did 99 to him last turn. So the idea is, like, hopefully we can just, like, finish the job. But we actually can't. Can hurt him pretty good. But he is going to hit us for, well, for 24, technically. It's kind of a lot. It's pretty much just like a straight-up jerk move is what it is. Either way, he's dead and we're not, so I'm happy. I like Warcry for your ability to select a card out of your ecosystem. Now, we have to stay left if we want to remove the curse as soon as possible, which we basically need to if we want to play Clash. So I take no flack over that decision, in my opinion. Clashes, please. Well, we'll flex. Metallicize for sure. We'll double tap, throw that into a little cleave action here. And then this rampage is worth 10. Maybe should have done it on the one attacking, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Done quite a number on all of them. And rather than just knock one out, I think to spread the damage most of the time is probably going to benefit us, but... I mean, a bludgeon knocks out almost any of them right away. So you can start with a Warcry. Definitely dump your defend. Then you gotta think. I think I like this. Followed by a feed. Oh, but that doesn't count as lethal. Oh, that makes sense. Unfortunately. Yeah, I guess you had to use feed on the last enemy there. We're gonna take 8 damage. All we gotta do is hit this guy for 17. I was like waiting for my latent feed to work there. Nah. I think we'll just pass. I mean, Hemokinesis is a bunch of damage. Yeah, maybe we'll be fine with Hemokinesis. This is where we're gonna get a relic and a curse. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. That's not bad. What's bad is that it makes us unable to enable Clash. I will embrace Madness. All we gotta do is make it through 1 combat. Bludgeon is so good against these guys. I mean, a double tap feed is super nice. I'm just very scared that I'm gonna draw the curse. Let's go. 8 damage to all units. So deal 16 damage to all units. It's going to activate a lot of thorns, but I'm kind of okay with it. We actually can't benefit, now that I look at it, we can't really benefit from a double tap feed. So I'm actually going to do a double tap pommel. And it actually worked, which is stupid. And basically, my deck has like 4 cards that give any block, which is why I'm going straight to killing these thorns as soon as possible. Because it's just, it's the right way to do it, I think. Jeez, what a strange situation we find ourselves in. Well, like Metallicize, Armaments, shrug it off. We didn't play Bludgeon, but we also didn't take any damage from Thorns. So I think maybe that was right. This guy does do 20 on this turn, which is always bad. I think we want to defend, Sever Soul, Rampage, Clash. What comes next? Shop. We'll dodge the Elite. This is a very fast run, actually. Much faster than I expected. I mean, it is all we do is attack. We don't have a necessarily, like, bad deck for fighting the Time Eater. I really wanted you to die without me using Hemokinesis, but sure. I don't think we have a bad deck for fighting the Time Eater. We have to lose the curse. But it's not really like a combo-focused deck. Every 3 turns gain some energy? Yeah, that's our choice here. Yeah. We're gonna have to live, but no. I hate to do it, but we actually, like, literally have to leave. So we're not gonna have full HP when we fight the boss. It would be really nice for us to get a feed that works. But it has to be on the main lord. You're hitting me for 18. I gotta knock one of you out. The other one, you can live for a while, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, you're gonna attack me, so you're probably gonna die in 2 turns anyway. And we'll just get going on the Big Daddy here. We really want to take no damage. No. They fill the deck with burns. Sorry, buddy. I guess in the end we didn't need to play all those defends, but if we can keep this guy busy, that's fine by me. We really can't take damage, because we need to heal as much as possible for our boss fight. Embarrassingly. Let's go. That's what I was looking for. Free bludgeon. Honestly. I'm like, okay, what? Bash? Bludgeon? Yeah, that'll work. I think we can afford a spot weakness. I think we're going to be happy to see a spot weakness. 77 HP is pretty bad. Well, no, I guess most of the time we'd only have like 80 maximum, so it doesn't seem that bad. I do want to play Flex. I don't think I want to play Madness or Warcry if possible. Have to play Armaments. Thunderclap for vulnerability. Oh, Flex first. That's the kind of thing that could make a difference. Clash. Rampage, because we want Rampage to be amazing later. You could end turn, so you have a good turn next turn. Let's do that. It pains me, but I think that it might be the right way. I don't like draw reduction, obviously. It ended up being very much not the right way, because now next turn we get 2 cards. And 6 energy. Well, you got a Rampage. If you're playing 2 cards, you just want to do... Ooh, do we want to... I just don't want to exhaust Shrug It Off. It's one of like 3 blocking cards in our deck, so I don't think we can justify it. We can't be made weak, but being made vulnerable is really bad. We're gonna be on 8 HP. So you'll forgive me, but I'm feeling a little bit bearish about our chances of success here. And we had a little bit more HP. I forgot we had Metallicized, so Rampage. I probably Armaments first, but if we don't need the defend, don't play it. You can get 5 cards next turn. We need block though. He's gonna hurt us real bad. That's 42. Yeah, no, I think we're just like straight up literally dead, unless somehow like double tap bludgeon is real nice. By the way, can't use potions. I got Sozu. Yeah, we're dead. It was a good try, but just didn't have the gas when it came down to it at the end. For now, good run and a quick run, but not quite enough. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe to us more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.